Hello everyone, and welcome back to another GIS mathematics tutorial video or lecture video. And in this video, I want to do two things. One, I want to talk about how we can go about graphing a line given the slope-intercept equation, or how we can take a slope-intercept equation and relate it to a graph. And the other thing I want to do, because we haven't explicitly talked about it, is what does it mean when the slope, or the m in the slope-intercept equation, what does it mean when that's negative? Right? Maybe it's intuitive to you, maybe it's not, but I want to take a minute and I want to sort of explicitly discuss what does it mean for this equation to have a negative slope, or what does it mean for a line to have a negative slope? And so what I've done is I've got two lines, and you'll see that they're very similar. We have y equals 2x plus 4, and then we have y equals negative 2x plus 4. And we're going to try to graph both of these. So I want to start with the top line up here, y equals 2x plus 4. So all you need to graph a line is the slope, which we have, and 1 point. And because we weren't given any other information, you might be saying, well, what do we do? Well, we actually have a point. We have a point kind of buried in this equation, and it's buried inside of this b right here, right? The y-intercept is what is y when x equals 0. So we have, for both of these, we have the point 0, comma 4. We have the point 0, comma 4. And again, hopefully that's clear here. This 4 is coming from the y-intercept, and we've defined the y-intercept as what happens when x is 0. So we have this point 0, comma 4. So we can go up here, and we can go we can go up here because we're 0 on the x, and we can go up to 4, and we can put a point right here for this line. Now we have a slope of 2. Well, what does that mean, right? It means that for every 1 unit of x we go up 2 units of y. So we put a point there. And then we can go over 1 unit on the x. We can go up 2 units on y. And we can keep doing this and keep doing this. And eventually we'll have enough points that if I was able to draw a straight line here, actually let's go ahead and make that a little bit bigger so you can see. Right, this right here, this line right here is the line y equals 2x plus 4. So hopefully you see how I was able to go from the equation to a point that we didn't even know about, because it was kind of buried in here, to being able to draw a line. So let's go ahead now and let's do it again, but this time for this equation, y equals negative 2x plus 4. So we have the same point, right? When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 4. Right? That's what, again, that is sort of the interpretation of this y-intercept right here. So we're going to actually start at the same point. And there's a reason why I did this, because I want you to see what the difference is between a positive and a negative slope. Right? So in this equation, when we went over 1, we went up 2, right? Because that was the relationship between x and y was 2. So when x changes by 1, y changes by 2. Let's look at this. When x changes by 1, y changes by negative 2. Right? So when the slope is negative, right? When the m value of the slope-intercept equation is negative, what that means is that the slope's actually going down. So right, when we change 1 in the x, we go down 2 in the y. Right? When we change 1 in the x, we go down 2 in the y. So this equation, let's make this bigger. Let's make this bigger again. Maybe even bigger. Right? This equation could actually draw straight lines here, right? This equation, this y, oops, this y equals negative 2x plus 4. All right, so again, hopefully you can follow along with how I was able to get this line, how I was able to derive this point from the equation. And again, I want to stress here, when the slope is negative, right, you can have a negative slope. And when the slope is negative, all that means is that when you change x for the positive, you change y for the negative, i.e. the line goes down as you increase the x. Hopefully that made sense. Again, if any parts of this video are confusing, I encourage you to pause, go back, rewatch the parts you're confused about. And as always, please reach out. Thank you.